How happy am I to be back? It's been a long time.
I miss you. I always love having you on the show. You look good. I love the stash.
Thank you so much.
Very studly. Welcome back to our show, but also welcome back to NBC. Look at us, bud. Now we're back on campus.
Yeah, here we are. This place really changed my life so many years ago when I was on a show called Heroes.
That's right. And now you're back.
It does feel like a homecoming of sorts in more ways than one. Actually, I was thinking the catalyst of the show Heroes, if anybody doesn't know, was that a solar eclipse really awakens people to their own powers, and then the series explores what that means. Well, we started shooting Brilliant Minds on April 8th, which was the day of the solar eclipse. So this full circle moment that feels bigger than NBC or bigger than a show was kind of undeniable.
Kind of
I had to acknowledge it, So
That's
it's great to be
fantastic.
back. Great to see you as always.
Thank you for telling me that story. I love it. It is a connection.
Yeah, weird.
You've been on the show many times. We've talked about a bunch of different things, projects, movies. One was when you were Spock.
Yeah, my first appearance, I think, was on The Tonight Show with Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy, that's correct.
Who can't be here like this anymore, but is still very much here in my life, and the reverberations of my relationship with him have filtered also through Brilliant Minds, because one of the guest stars on episode 8 is Susan Nimoy, who is Leonard Nimoy's wife, and who I became incredible friends with, and stayed incredible friends with even after Leonard passed. And so I read this script and I just thought, she hasn't acted in almost 40 years. She's 81, she's incredible, she's like, just such a powerful influence in my life, and our friendship has really continued. And I thought, I know where she is right now in her journey, and I know that this might be something that she'd be interested in. So I called her up and said, would you ever think about it? And I thought she'd say yes. I didn't know how many exclamation points she'd add after yes.
She's like, I'd love to.
But she was amazing, and she brought such a spirit of
You're
joy.
The best,
yeah, it was
dude.
really, really
good for
fun.
you to do that. That's
people
awesome.
Get to see her. I hope she now has I would love to see her have a legit acting career, because she's amazing.
And would you ever? Are you going to do Spock again? I mean, there was rumors of the fourth installment.
Rumors. I get asked about it all the time. Look, the reality is that I would love to go back and visit that character again, but my feeling about it is, as my feeling about many things in my life right now, I'm really trying to hold everything with as loose a grip as possible. So there's a desire for it, but no attachment to it. It's already changed my life and been so fulfilling creatively and professionally and personally that if I don't get to do it again, it will still have that impact for me. But if I do get to do it again, then I get to be with my dear friends and, all the people that made those projects, and that would be a delight. So I'm open to it, I'm not attached to it, and we'll see what happens, because those decisions are not mine to make.
This is very deep thinking. I love this. You know what? It's actually very, I love that. You're not attached. If it happens, I love to do it. So good. I love to see you do it, because you're great.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
But I'm a fan. I also have noticed something that the internet noticed as well. You have a very distinct pose on the red carpet. And I love this. Look at all these are different events, and you're doing the same pose. You're a supermodel. You're a male model.
Look, I'm wearing. Is this the same outfit? What's happening?
No, did someone teach you this? Did you go to modeling school?
I never did. I mean, I'm left-handed, so maybe I'm looking for something to do with my busy hand by putting it in my pocket. But I think, red carpet poses, now I'll have another thing to be self-conscious about on the red carpet, how I'm standing and But, I think, thank you so much for that.
Sorry about that.
No, it's good.
You know what, I did a red carpet once, and so I said, the people taking the pictures, they go, Jimmy, give us a thumbs up. And I go, I don't really do that.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a thumbs up guy. I don't always, because I go, I don't know why you say this. So I go, I do love some peace, but I go, no, I don't want to do that. And they go, come on, man, give us a thumbs up. And I go, I don't want to give you a thumbs up. And they go, then someone else goes, Jimmy, give us a thumbs up. I go, I don't even care, but sure, I'll do. So I gave a thumbs up, and it was a weird thumbs up. And it went in the New York Post the next day, and it said, Jimmy Fallon giving a weird thumbs up.
Are you serious?
Yes!
You got
and I'll never forget that.
You have to listen to that voice that said, I don't want to do a thumbs up.
I know, I didn't want to do it.
And then
I did a weird one, yes,
so
they got me.
I feel like we could potentially, should we practice some posing together?
Yes, let's think of a pose. If you don't want to do
the traditional.
Normally, that's your move.
There's a wall of people, you have the both pocket, you have one hand in the pocket and a hand behind.
Crouch forward. Oh, how about, do you do that a lot?
Yeah, you're fiddling with your cuff.
You're fiddling your cuff. Oh, cuffs.
What about, then you could get extreme. You could do
Oh, that's extreme. That is, yeah. Yeah, that's good.
That's not really. That's for the ladies that are on the.
Or, but how about both of us fake laughing is really good. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Fake laughing is the new thing.
If we never see each other on a red carpet, we have to fake laugh.
Wherever we're in town, at an event, we'll fake laugh. That'll be the one. But let's talk about Brilliant Minds. This is why you're here. This is a character based on a real doctor.
Yeah, based on Dr. Oliver Sacks, who was a world-renowned neurologist who worked primarily in the mid-20th century, late 20th century, died in 2015 at the age of 83. He lived an incredibly fascinating life. If you don't know him at all.
I know him.
The film Awakenings with
exactly.
Robin Williams and Robert De Niro, directed by Penny Marshall, which holds up to this day, is about Oliver Sacks and his life and his work. So the series is based on him. He was also a prolific author, and he was considered by the New York Times to be the poet laureate of medicine because he wrote inexhaustibly about his patients, about their cases. I could go into all of what that means. I don't think we have quite time, but he really wrote incredible books. The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat, Awakenings, Musicophilia, Anthropologist on Mars, Hallucinations. He wrote a wonderful memoir called On the Move. He was just one of these people who was driven by an ambition to understand the human experience and consciousness. And so Brilliant Minds is a show about the brain and about the mind and about the neurological diseases and disorders and also mental health issues that present themselves to people and for which there is often no solution. There's often no fix for the cases on our show. Someone's not coming in with a bullet wound that we can stitch up and send them on their way, or a heart attack that we can help them. It's neurological diseases and disorders and mental health issues. And so to be a part of a show that's inviting audiences in to have these conversations, obviously we want it to be entertaining and fun and, dramatic and all of it. But
it is all that.
But beneath that, I think there is an opportunity for audiences to hopefully see themselves in these characters and in these stories. And if that's the case, then I think we're all doing our jobs. And we're really excited to be at this moment where we get to share it with the world and welcome you all into what's possible, because the brain is really the last frontier of human experience. So welcome to the exploration.
Yeah, come on. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome back to NBC. I'm so excited. I want to show a clip. Here's Zachary Quinto in Brilliant Minds. Take a look at this.
He took an Alzheimer's patient out of the hospital on a motorcycle. The family is threatening to sue.
For what? Giving Harold the night of his life?
A night he is incapable of remembering.
That doesn't mean he shouldn't experience joy.
You're not his wingman. You're his doctor.
Yes. Exactly. I am his doctor, and his condition can't be cured. His world is darkening by the day, and those days are numbered. And while you would have me forget him, let him rot, I choose to walk with him, to find a path forward, because nobody else will, not even his family. Yes, it's true, Harold can't live for the memories. He only has the moment, so I'm gonna help him and patients like him seize that moment, no matter how fleeting it might be. That is my responsibility. That is my job.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Zachary Quinto, Brilliant Minds, airs Mondays at 10 p.m. on NBC and streams the next day on Peacock. We'll be right back with stand-up from Brandy Denise. Stick around.
Hey, hey.